Thank you, Alison. Now, he is one of the hottest properties in Hollywood, having played Dr. Jack Shepherd in the phenomenon that was known as Lost.
And she is one of Britain's hottest properties, having starred in Sixth Sense, Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll, and An Education.
And now they've teamed up. They're playing troubled siblings in a new West End play. Before we talk to Matthew Fox and Olivia Williams, though, about that, here they both are in action.
Hello. Are you Jack?
I knew that Jane Eyre would eventually work its magic on you. The headmistress wants a word with you.
Are you insane?
So could we call him a Mr. Rochester figure?
We're taking him with us.
Why would we do that?
Because I don't trust him with anybody but me.
You know the school rule on jewellery. Half the girls in this room are wearing jewellery. Yes, but none of it's going to ruin their lives. I'm sorry you think I'm dead.
I'm one of the survivors of Oceanic Flight 815. Can you get a fix on our location? Sit tight. We're right there.
And they're here now. Welcome. You're both laughing at that, saying, "Oh, two completely different careers."
We are related. I believe we are, but just not by those two films.
Well, you have to be related in the play, of course, because you're brother and sister. So it's a brother and a sister. You are together for one night, and if I'm right, this is a dark and stormy night in a cottage in the forest.
Yes, it is.
So the scene is definitely set. This is what turns into something of a psychological thriller.
Yeah, much is revealed.
Yeah.
That's the setup. A dark, stormy night deep in the forest.
Well, obviously we don't want to spoil it, but how do they end up together? What is their relationship before they end up for this one night in the forest?
Quite bad.
Yeah.
They've fallen out a lot over the years. But I mean, I think the early part of the joy of this play will be watching what we all know, which is sometimes the way your brother or sister actually just draws breath is really irritating, and it's watching them kind of bicker.
Yeah.
But because it's a play and not just reality TV, there's something very, very nasty in the closet.
I think if you kind of put any siblings together for long enough together in a room, some issues are going to come up, whether it's who got the biggest Christmas present when you were 5, or have you both got siblings? Do you recognise any of the sibling rivalry?
Yeah, absolutely. I have two brothers. Love them very much. They're both very good friends of mine.
And are you older, younger?
I'm the middle.
Middle.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but absolutely, you know, I mean, every time we get together, there are things that come up, and we know how to get under each other's skin, and but I have really good relationships with them. But definitely, you know, looked into that a bit just to find this thing that's going on between Olivia
Olivia?
and I.
Do you have siblings?
I have an older sister who I adore, but you know, when our family gets together and we've all had a glass of wine at Christmas, you know, there's the good bit and then there's the dissent.
When alcohol's involved,
Exactly.
it can get trickier.
Well, you've described this as a beast of a play. This is a big piece, and I think, if I'm right, you just finished Lost when the opportunity of this came about.
Yes,
so
that's true.
You could have taken a holiday, but you chose to come to the West End.
Well, I finished shooting last May, and that's when I first read the play. I knew I was going to have a lot of time for holiday in between there, but it came at a time where I wasn't really looking to do anything right away, and read the play and just really felt compelled to be a part of it. I was really hooked in and enjoyed it, and felt like it was a really worthy piece of material.
And it hooked you in, because normally you say you fall asleep by page 36.
Well, plays shouldn't be read. They're to be seen, and I find reading drama very difficult. I keep forgetting who's speaking and where they are, and you know, novels are meant to be read, plays are meant to be seen. So you know, come and see this. But it actually gripped me. The language is fantastic. But it's very theatrical, you know, he's using the bangs and crashes of thunder to highlight the kind of significant bits of the plot.
It must be quite hard on stage to recreate this kind of, we're deep in the forest kind of film. You have all the music and the special effects, and, you know, I suppose you just got sound, haven't you?
Well, that's why I love theatre, because it's the suspension of disbelief. We've got real rain. You know, no expense. This is London's West End, love.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to do an American accent, which I presume is easy for you because you lived in America, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you pick up
I've
any
done
accent?
quite a lot of work in America, but it's not an American accent. It's Matthew Fox's accent, because I've got to be his sister. So.
Oh, and what's kind of whereabouts in America are you from? Is yours a hard
I'm originally from Wyoming, but I really wanted to try to get a certain special way of speaking for Bobby. I mean, he's got a He's got a really interesting rhythm, and he says a lot of outrageous things, and he comes from a certain, or fancies that he comes from a certain part of the socioeconomic strata, and sort of wears that as a badge of honor, and that I think is in his language and the way he
He
speaks.
sounds like a very annoying brother. I'm not surprised. Not surprised you've had a row in the middle of the forest.
Yeah, no, he is very annoying, and he does his best to annoy me, but I have my own annoying thing. My character, our childhood split off when I went off and got sort of very over-educated, which is, I guess, where An Education, the film you showed, comes in. But, so yeah, I'm meant to be the kind of over-educated version of Matthew.
And for you, coming over here, having spent, because I know that Lost took up such a large amount of time of your life, you ended up living in Hawaii, and then you moved. Have you moved back to Wyoming?
No, we actually just moved to Central Oregon over the summer.
Oregon, so beautiful, big, wide, open spaces.
Beautiful.
How
yeah.
are you dealing with this? Looking out the window there, it looks like someone forgot to colour it in.
I actually really like it.
Yeah?
I really do. You know, I just spent.
You don't have to say that. You know?
No, I mean it. I know the Londoners feel like it's not so nice, but I enjoy this kind of weather. I really do. Mm-hmm. I spent 9 years in Southern California and then the last 6 years in Hawaii, so that's 15 years of
you're
sort
due
of
a bit of rain then.
monotonously beautiful weather all the time, and I'm tired of
Listen,
it.
you open at the Vaudeville Theatre on the 3rd of March for, I think it's 12 or 14 weeks. Good luck with it. It sounds terrific.
Thank you very much.
Forest Dark and Deep, thank you very much
Thank you for
indeed.
having us.
And we're right back with Phil Vickery after the break. Don't go away.